Hello and welcome. In today's video, we are going to focus on a step-by-step process to apply to University of Saskatchewan in Canada. So without wasting much time, let's dive right into it. The first thing you have to do as usual is to go to Google and type University of Saskatchewan. I don't know if it's Saskatchewan or Saskatchewan or I don't know, but to type that, and that will always be the first option you get. You just have to click on that, and it takes you directly to the website of the university. The first thing we're going to look at is to find the programs they offer and see which of them is aligned to you. They have undergraduate programs as well as graduate programs. Undergraduate programs could either be a bachelor, diploma, or certificate, and the graduate program could be a master's, which could be a master's in research or a master's in engineering, as well as doctoral degrees and certificates. However, in today's video, I'm going to focus on the graduate program. So what you do now is to click on the graduate program, and it opens a new portal for you to find the program. As you can see, there are so many programs. Some programs do have masters and PhDs, others don't. And one thing you should also know is that the deadlines for the programs vary. That is, the deadline for accounting can be in January, whilst advanced veterinary diagnostic pathology can be in March. So it's very important you do this process yourself and look at the program you want to apply to and see what is their deadline. In today's video, I'm going to focus on two programs, civil engineering and chemistry. The reason why I'm focusing on civil engineering or even engineering, most of the engineering programs, they require you to have a pre-application before you finally apply. However, for chemistry, you can directly apply. So we are going to fill the pre-application forms together and we apply to the university. So stick with me, open your laptops and just follow the program. So we just click on civil engineering. Let's see what they have. So as you can see for this video, they say there is a pre-qualification form. This also helps you to save your application fee, because if you do not qualify, you don't necessarily have to apply again. But at least once you pass the pre-qualification forms, you have a higher chance of getting admitted. And the good thing for the engineering program or the civil engineering in specific is there's no deadline. You could apply anytime. As you can see, applications are accepted throughout the year. So once you're ready, just give it a try. So let's see, their programs is not course-based, it's either project and thesis. So if you want to do a course-based, this program might not be the one for you. And they are for broad areas. I'm not going to go through that. If this is what you want, just take time and look at it. So this program requires you to have a supervisor, and in my previous videos, I have shown you how to send a cold email to professors. I'm going to link that video in the description box. You could also see it somewhere up there. Watch it, learn from it, and send cold emails to these professors you feel might be useful or you have similar research interest. And as always, I'm waiting for you. So now let's look at the good thing about it. This is the tuition and funding. Most thesis-based graduate students in College of Engineering receive funding during their studies. Scholarship, stipends, awards, so this is what you know, and you know that for MSCs between 14,000 to 18,000 per year, and for the PhDs between 18 to 22,000 per year. So once you get this, there are also other forms apart from the stipends and the scholarships. You could also apply for teaching assistantship, which comes with extra money, or the College of Engineering awards, which also comes with extra money. So that's a good thing for everybody. What you could do is also to click on the scholarship tab to have more details of exactly other scholarships they have. And this is their tuition fee, and for Canada, this fee is just a year. It's really quite cheap. Most universities, some universities can charge as high as 20,000 Canadian dollars per year. So for just 9,400, that's actually quite on the lower side. And if you are doing a PhD, you just have to pay for 5,000. So this is really, really cool. And these are some students' fees you have to apply, but that's really not. So now let's look at the next step, is to look at the pre-qualification form. So before you apply, this is what you have to do. So you just have to click on this, and opens this form. I've tried to fill it up a bit to make the process quick, but I will go through with you and we could discuss it. If you have questions, let's leave it in the comment section below. So it requires your name, your first and your last name. You just have to input your email and your country of citizenship. You just look at the down and you just have to choose. The program you want to study, it's still the same. Like most of these are engineering programs. So as I said, if there's an asterisk, it's mandatory for you to respond to. So these are 3 choices. You could choose the first one and leave the other, but it's also cool to choose all the 3 options for you. And the financial assistance, full assistance required. If you want partial assistance, if you'll be self-funded, you also have to choose that. And if you don't, you could just choose none, but I'm going to choose full assistance required. I'll always suggest you do that. But if you already have the money, you could not choose the options. And for the educational background, you need to choose your background. So month, I didn't do this, but we could do it together. So 01 year, I'm going to choose 2012 and end date 01/2016. You put the name of the institution, which will be Kwame Nkrumah, but I'm gonna just use KNUST. But please type the full name of the institution. The country is Ghana. It's Ghana. Your degree was a bachelor's, 4 years, designation first class. Your major was structural engineering. Structural engineering. Your GPA, I'm gonna do 75. Maximum GPA is 100. Okay, for this, I'm not too sure, but I think is the maximum GPA the highest person got, which I could do 79. So you could put the university website here. If there are other degrees, you could also include it. So academic standing for undergraduate engineering degree, estimate your ranking in the class. I could do like maybe 10 out of 200 students. In the last 2 years of first degree, what was your academic average? So for the last 2 years, you could do 85. But you have to look at your grades, the last 2 years, your third year and your fourth year, and see what you got and find the average of it. So this is what you put here for the 2 years, not for the full 4 years, just for the 2 years. This is for the full 4 years, and this is just for the last 2 years. So this is your academic background and academic qualifications. For here, what I wrote is that you should focus on projects as well as thesis you worked on whilst in undergrad or your master's if you are applying for a PhD. If you did an internship, include it and talk about the softwares or work you did. So I put like some 4 things to help you brainstorm. So the first thing was achieve the first class honors degree, ranking among the top 5% of my class, and one of only 3 female students to receive a first class degree out of 30 female students in my cohort. Placed third with my team in a competition for the College of Engineering at KNUST, where we designed and constructed chairs using plastic bottles. Conducted extensive literature reviews on several topics related to building collapse in Ghana for professors, demonstrating my research and analytical skills. And finally, as a structural engineer for my engineering design team, I was responsible for conducting the structural analysis and creating the technical drawings for the proposed university hospital at Cotex using AutoCAD and StatPro. So you just have to think of all the projects you did during your undergraduate, even your thesis, your final year thesis. Look at what you did and pick some good points out of it. If you use softwares, do highlight the softwares, and those people who have participated in international events or local events or competitions, include all those things. If you participated in a hackathon, include those things. If you've had some publications, include those things. If you've written a research paper, include all those things. So the next part is to list courses taken related to the proposed field of study and corresponding marks up to 5. So the maximum you can do is 5. And because I have chosen that my first choice is structures and material, it's important I choose courses related to that. Maybe I could do 2 for structures, 2 for water resources, and 1 for transportation. Is up to you, but they should be related to the program you wanted to study. So the passing grade passes, I don't know, like let's say 50 or 40, put the passing grade. The maximum grade is the maximum the first person got and your grade. This will be very dicey for you to obtain the maximum grade because most of the time in our results they do not tell us these things. So it's either you could send an email to your professor asking, or you could just leave this empty, or you could send an email to the university telling them that you do not have this information, so what should you put there? So your work experience up to 5, like if you did an internship, do include it. If after school you did some work in your national service, or include all as your work experience. But be very careful, ensure that this work experience is linked to the program you want to study. And this is the English proficiency. If you studied in English, you do not need to submit it. So are you exempt? You just have to click yes. If you are not, you click no and you continue the test, the date, and the scores. Then from here, you just go to next. Then they have all the details and you just have to submit. I'm not going to submit, but you just have to submit. So this is how it works for engineering. So now, as I said, I'm going to do engineering and chemistry. So let's look at chemistry. For chemistry, you could see that the deadline for international students is March 1st. And for Canadians is May 15th. As I told you before, based on the program, the deadline varies. For engineering, you could submit an application anytime, but for chemistry, this is not the case. They also require you to have a supervisor, and the good thing is I have a video that will help you to do that. So they also have scholarships. So in 2021-2022, the minimum master students got was 23,750. As you can see, in chemistry, they get more money than engineering. And the PhD students are getting 25,000. So that's really good. So the tuition is almost the same as the engineering. And yeah. So now these are the requirements you just have to read. And the application fee is $120 Canadian dollars. So be sure you have a supervisor before you go ahead to apply. So now let's start and begin our application. So when we click on this is the portal that will open. If you're a new person, you just have to create an account. Then you get here and you input the details you need. So once you finish creating an account, as you can see, they are going to send you an email. In your email, just activate your account, and once you click on the link, you could see that your account has been created. So you just click on the login, you log in your details, and you can start the process. This is when you log in, this is what you will see. And as you can see, you don't have any applications. Once we finish the application, you would see it here. So right now, I'm not going to talk. You could just watch and follow the procedure. If there's anything that stands out, I'm going to mention it. But now all you have to do is to just follow the procedure. So start application. It's very important to include your personal details, not the details I'm writing. These are my details. You have to include the details that are related to you. I'm just putting in these details. They are not true. You have to choose what works for you. Civil engineering. So as you can see, these require you have, so supervisor preferred one. So with this, you have to get it from the list of supervisors from the department, what I showed you previously. So these are the supervisors. You have to get one of them to agree. You just don't put their names there. You need to have them agree to do this. So I'm assuming that you have sent an email and you got somebody. Area of interest, so I'm gonna do structures, construction materials. And one thing that could help you with your area of interest is, like, as you can see, the supervisors, they give them their area of interest, so whichever one looks good for you, you include it in your application. Academic history, so this is it. Good. And yes, you could choose no or yes based on what works for you. No. Yes. No. No, you could choose yes, it's up to you. Yes. Yes. So, Aboagye. So you could see this, everything that you have chosen, you could just look at it. You could edit the application or you could submit. So I'm just going to save application. Save application. Let's look at the supplementary items and documents. Okay, so this is it. So you could go back to my account, and as you can see now, your application has just been started. And if you are okay with your documents, you could hit the apply button. So my friends, this is how you actually apply to University of Saskatchewan. Easy, and you don't need to submit any extra forms for scholarship. I hope this video was useful. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section and I will gladly help. Also share with your family and friends, and remember, till we win, and till my next video.